Ghosts, spirits, and the paranormal. There are true believers out there who believe that these supernatural forces are all around us.
Yep, tonight Owen Conflenti takes you inside some of the Houston area's most haunted destinations, where you can decide for yourself if you believe.
It was February 13th, 2013. Urban explorers from California Owen and his team set out to explore the desolate remnants of Houston, Texas. As daylight waned, the town's eerie silence became increasingly oppressive. After sunset, they began to hear unsettling sounds, faint whispers, groans, and what seemed like distant screams, emanating from an abandoned house near the old graveyard. The atmosphere grew so unnerving that they decided to cut their exploration short and leave immediately. So why does Texas have more ghost towns than any other state in the US? I mean, think about it, over 500 of them scattered across the Lone Star State. That's more than California, Nevada, or any of those old mining states. It's a staggering number. Before we get started, there's something I want to say. This video isn't just about showing old, falling apart buildings or empty streets like other YouTubers in their vlogs show. Because here's the truth, these ghost towns were once full of real people. They were homes. Families lived in them. Kids ran around the yard. People built their lives there with dreams, with struggles, with everything life brings. Now, all that's left are quiet streets and empty buildings, but they still hold the stories of happiness and heartbreak, of good times and hard times. In this video, I want to show you how those once lively towns slowly faded away, and more importantly, why it happened. So let's go back in time and see what really happened to these forgotten places. Well, Texas is vast. We're talking about 268,596 square miles of land. With that much space, it's no surprise that towns sprouted up like wildflowers during various booms: cattle, cotton, oil, railroads, you name it. But when the booms went bust, many of these towns couldn't sustain themselves. They were left behind, abandoned, and eventually forgotten. Now, you're probably wondering what causes a town to become a ghost town. It's not always a dramatic event. Sometimes it's a slow decline, a factory closes, a railroad reroutes, a drought hits. People move away in search of better opportunities, and the town slowly fades. Other times it's sudden, a natural disaster, an economic collapse, or a shift in industry. The reasons are as varied as the towns themselves. Here's another thing. Some towns were built on promises that never materialized. Take Providence City, for example. Founded in 1909 through a land promotion scheme, it was supposed to be a thriving community. But when the promised railroad never came, people started leaving. By 1953, the post office closed, and the town was effectively abandoned. Let's again look at Thurber, once a bustling coal mining town with a population of over 10,000. It was a company town owned by the Texas and Pacific Coal Company. But when the demand for coal declined in the 1920s, so did Thurber. Today, only a few buildings remain, serving as a testament to its former glory. Now, if we look into a once bustling town, Glen Rio, we will find it sitting right on the border of Texas and New Mexico. Back in the day, this little town was a popular pit stop along Route 66. It had diners, gas stations, motels, the whole 9 yards. But then came the interstate. I-40 was built, and it bypassed Glen Rio entirely. That was pretty much the beginning of the end. Businesses dried up, tourists stopped coming, and the town emptied out. Today, Glen Rio is just a ghostly reminder of what once was. The neon signs are still there, but the rooms are empty. Now, you're probably wondering, how did entire communities just vanish like that? Well, it wasn't always nature. Sometimes it was pure economics. Take Belle Plaine, for example. This one is wild. Belle Plaine was founded around 1875 and had everything: a university, businesses, churches, and everything. It was booming. But when the railroad decided to go through a neighboring town instead, Belle Plaine was done. That's all it took: a single decision about railroad routes. Businesses moved, people left, and the buildings were left behind. That shows just how much influence the railroad had in shaping towns back then. But here's another thing. Not all ghost towns are totally empty. Some still have a few residents clinging on. Take Terlingua, out near Big Bend National Park. It was a mercury mining town, booming during the early 1900s. The mine shut down in the 1940s, and the town almost vanished. But in recent years, artists, musicians, and travelers started showing up. Now, Terlingua has this strange off-the-grid charm. There's even a bar and an annual chili cook-off that brings people from all over. So, Texas has more ghost towns than anywhere else in the US, not by accident, but because of how fast things can change here. Boomtowns become bust towns overnight. Dreams go big, then go quiet, and all that's left is dust, silence, and a few creaking doorways. But if you listen close, those old towns still have something to say.